By your art, my dearest father, you have put the wild waters in this roar. Allay them. Oh, I have suffered with those that I saw suffer. A brave vessel who no doubt has some noble creature in her. Dash it all to pieces. Oh, this cry did knock against my very heart. If I had any god of power, I would have sunk in the sea within the earth. Or should the good ship so have swallowed the fronting souls within her.
Be collected. No more amazement. Tell your piteous heart there's no harm done. No harm. I have done nothing but in care of thee. Of thee, my daughter, who art ignorant of what thou art, not knowing of whence I am, nor that I am more better than Prospero, master of a full poor cell, and thy no greater father.
More to know. Never did meddle with mine thoughts.
'Tis time I should inform thee further. So wipe thou thine eyes. Have comfort, for thou must now know further.
You often begin to tell me what I am, but left me with the bootless inquisition, concluding, stay, not yet.
The hour's now come. The very minute bids thee ope thine ear, obey, and be attentive. Canst thou remember a time before we came unto this cell? I do not think thou canst, for then thou wast not out 3 years old.
Certainly, sir, I can.
By what? By any other house or person? Of anything. The image. Tell me that.
'Tis far off and rather like a dream than an assurance. But by my remembrance warrants, did I not have once 4 or 5 women that tended me?
Thou hadst. And more, Miranda. But how is it that this lives in thy mind? What seest thou else in the dark, backward, and abysm of time? How thou camest here thou mayest.
But that I cannot.
12 years since, Miranda. 12 years since thy father was Duke of Milan, and a Prince of Power.
Sir, are you not my father?
Thy mother was a piece of virtue, and she said thou wast my daughter. And thy father was Duke of Milan, and thou his only heir, and princess no worse issue. My sister and thy aunt, called Antonia, pray thee, mark, that a sister should be so perfidious. She whom next thyself of all the world I love, and to her put the manage of my state. The government I cast upon my sister and to my state grew stranger, being transported and wrapped in secret studies. My false sister, being once perfected how to grant suits, how to deny them, who to advance, or who to trash for overtopping, or change them, or else new form them, having but the key of officer and office, set all hearts of the state to what tune pleased her ear. I, thus neglecting worldly ends, awakened an evil nature in my trust, a falsehood in its contrary, as great as my trust was, which had indeed no limit. My false sister did believe she was indeed the Duke. Out of the substitution, and executing the outward face of royalty with all prerogative, hence her ambition growing. Dost thou hear?
Your tale, sir, would cure deafness.
The King of Naples, being an enemy to me inveterate, hearkened my sister's suit, and in lieu of the premises of homage, and I know not how much tribute, should presently extirpate me and mine out of the dukedom, and confer fair Milan with all the honors on my sister. Whereon a treacherous army led one midnight, fated to the purpose that Antonia opened the gates of Milan, and in the dead of darkness, the ministers for the purpose hurried thence, me and thy crying self.
Alack for pity. I, not remembering how I cried out then, will cry o'er again. It is a hint that rings mine eyes to it.
Hear a little further, and then I'll bring thee to the present business which now is upon us, without the which this story were most impertinent.
Wherefore did they that hour destroy us?
Well demanded, wench. So dear was the love my people bore me, nor set a mark so bloody on the business. In few, they hurried us aboard a bark, bore us some leagues to sea, where they prepared a rotten carcass of a boat, not rigged, nor tackle, sail, nor mast. There they hoist us, to cry to the seas that roared to us, to sigh to the winds whose pity, sighing back again, did us but loving wrong.
Alack, what trouble was I then to you?
Oh, a cherubim thou wast that did preserve me. Thou didst smile, infused with a fortitude from heaven.
How came we ashore?
By providence divine. Some food we had, and some fresh water, that a noble Neapolitan, Gonzalo, out of his charity did give us, with rich garments, linens, stuffs, and necessaries. Knowing I loved my books, he furnished me from my own volumes, with books I prize above my dukedom.
Would I might but ever see that man? And I pray you, sir, for still 'tis beating in my mind your reason for raising the sea storm.
Know thus far forth, by accident most strange, bountiful fortune, now, my dear lady, hath mine enemies brought to this shore, and by my prescience I find my zenith doth depend upon a most auspicious star, whose influence now, if I court not but omit, my fortune shall ever after droop. Here, cease more questions. Thou art inclined to sleep. 'Tis a good dullness, and give it way. I know thou canst not choose.
Come, my servant, come. I am ready now. Approach my area. Come!
All hail, great master. Grave sir, hail. I come to answer thy best pleasure, be it to fly, to swim, to dive into the fire, to ride Ariel in all her qualities.
Hast thou spirit performed to point the tempest that I bade thee?
To every article. I boarded the king's ship. Now in the beak, the waist, the deck, in every cabin I flamed amazement. Oh, the dreadful thunder collapse, the fire and cracks of sulphurous roaring. The most mighty Neptune seen to besiege, and make his bold waves tremble. Yea, his dread trident shake.
My brave spirit, who is so firm, so constant, that this coil would not infect his reason?
Not a soul but felt the fever of the mad and played some tricks of desperation. All but mariners plunged into the foaming brine and quit the vessel. Then afire with me, the king's son Ferdinand, with hair upstaring, then like reeds not hair, was the first man that leapt, cried, "Hell is empty and all the devils are here! Hell is empty and all the devils are here!"
Why, that's my spirit. But was not this nigh shore?
Close by, my master.
But are they, Ariel, safe?
Not a hair perished. In troops I have dispersed them about the isle. The king's son have I landed by himself, whom I left cooling of the air with sighs, in an odd angle of the isle, sitting, his arms in a sad knot.
Of the king's ship, the mariners say how thou hast disposed, and all the rest of the fleet.
Safely in harbor is the king's ship, in the deep nook, there she's hid. As for the rest of the fleet, which I dispersed, they have all met again, and are upon the Mediterranean float bound sadly home for Naples, supposing they saw the great king's ship wrecked, and his person perished.
Thy charge exactly is performed, my Ariel. But there's more work.
What is the time of the day?
Past the mid-season. Is there more toil? Since thou dost give me pains, let me remember thee what thou hast promised, which is not yet performed me.
How now? Moody, what is it thou canst demand? Before the time be out, no more!
Remember I have done worthy service. Served without our grudging feelings. Thou didst promise to bait me a full year.
Dost thou forget,
I did free thee, the foul Sycorax, who with age and envy was thrown into a hoop, hast thou forgotten? Thou hast. This damned witch Sycorax, who with mischiefs manifold and sorceries terrible was banished. They would not take her life. Is not this true?
Sir.
This hag was herein brought and left by the sailors with her child. Thou, my slave, was then her servant, and for thou was the spirit too delicate to act her earthy and abhorred commands. Refusing her grand hest, she did confine thee to a cloven pine. Without its remained in prison 12 years, within which space she died and left thee there. Save for the sun she did litter, a freckled, well hag boy, not honored with a human shape.
Caliban, her son.
A dull thing, I say so. He whom Caliban I now keep in service. Thou best remember what a torment I did find thee in. It was a torment to lay upon the damned. It was mine art when I arrived and heard thee that made gape the pine and let thee out.
I thank thee, master.
If thou more murmurs, I shall rend an oak and peg thee in his knotty entrails till thou hast howled away 12 winters.
I promise to be correspondent to command and do my spirit gently.
Do so, and in 2 days, I shall discharge thee.
That's my noble master. Say what? What shall I do? Say what?
Go, and make thyself like a nymph of the sea. Be subject to no sight but thine and mine, invisible to every eyeball else. Go take the shape and hither come it. Hence, with diligence. Awake, dear heart, awake. Thou hast slept well. Awake.
The strangeness of your story put a heaviness in me.
Shake it off. Come on. We'll visit Caliban, my slave, who never yields us kind answer.
'Tis a villain, sir. I do not love to look on.
But, as it is, he does make our fires, fetch us in wood, and serves in offices that profit us. What ho! Slave, Caliban! Thou art thou! Speak!
There's wood enough within! I must eat my dinner! This island is mine! By Sycorax my mother, which thou takest from me! When thou first camest, thou strokest me and madest much of me. Wouldst give me water with berries in it, and teach me how to name the bigger light, and how the less that burn by day and night. And then I loved thee, and showed thee all the qualities of the isle. Cursed be I that I did so. Oh, the charms of Sycorax, toads, beetles, bats, light on you! For I am all the subjects that you have now, which first was mine own king. And here you stye me in this hard rock, whilst you do keep from me the rest of the isle.
Thou most lying slave, I have used thee, filth as thou art, with human care, and lodged thee in mine own cell, till thou didst seek to violate the honor of my child.
Oh, it have been done! Thou didst prevent me of peopled else's isle with Calibans.
Abhorred slave, I pitied thee, took pains to make thee speak, taught thee each hour one thing or other. When thou didst not, savage, know thine own meaning, but wouldst gabble like a thing most brutish, I endowed thy purposes with words that made them known.
You taught me language, and my profit on it is I know how to curse. The Red Plague rid you for learning me your language!
Hagseed, fetch us in the fuel and be quick! Thou art best to answer other business. Shrugs thou malice? If thou dost unwill or neglect, I shall rap with cramp, fill all thy bones with eggs. Make thee roar. That beast shall tremble.
No! Free me! I must obey. His orders of such power.
So slave. Hark!
Hark! Hark!
Where should this music be? If the air or earth? It sounds, and sure it waits upon some god of the island. Sitting again, weeping the king my father wrecked, did this music creep by me upon the waters, with its sweet airs, allaying both its fury and passion. Thence I have followed it, or it hath drawn me rather. But 'tis gone. No, it begins again, this time above me.
The fringed curtains of thine eyes advance and say what thou seest yon.
What is it? A spirit? Lord, how it looks about. 'Tis a noble form, but 'tis a spirit.
No, wench. It eats and sleeps, and hath such senses as we have such. This gallant which thou seest was in the wreck, but you might call him a goodly fellow. He hath lost his friends, and strays about to find them.
I might call him a thing divine, for nothing natural I ever saw so noble.
It goes on, I see, as my soul wishes it. Spirit, I'll free thee for this.
Most sure the goddess on who these airs attend. Oh, you wonder if you be maid or no.
No wonder, sir, but certainly a maid.
My language, heavens, I am the best of them to speak this speech.
Ha! The best? What wert thou, if the king of Naples heard thee?
A single thing as I am now that wanders to hear thee speak of Naples. I weep, myself am Naples, the king my father wrecked.
Alack for mercy!
Yes, faith in all his lords, the Duke of Milan and his brave son being twain.
The Duke of Milan and his more braver daughter could control thee if now 'twere fit to do it. At the first sight, they've exchanged eyes.
Delicate Ariel, I'll set thee free within 2 days for this.
A word, sir! I fear you have done yourself some wrong. A word.
What speaks my father so urgently? This is the third man I ever saw, and the first that I ever sighed for. Pity move my father to be inclined my way.
I'll make you the Queen of Naples.
Soft, sir. One word more. I charge thee that thou attend me. Thou knowest the name thou owest not, for you have put yourself on this island as a spy, to win it from me, the Lord on it.
No, as I'm a man.
There's nothing ill can dwell in such a temple. If the ill spirit have so for a house, good things will swell to drive with it.
Speak not you for him, he's a traitor. Come, I'll manacle thy neck and feet together. Seawater shalt thou drink. Thy food shall be the fresh brook mussels, withered roots and husks wherein the acorn cradled. Follow.
No. I'll resist such entertainment till mine enemy has more power.
Oh, dear father, make not too rash a trial for him, for he is good and not fearful.
What? Put thy sword up, traitor! Who makes a show but darest not strike? His conscience is so possessed with guilt. Come from thy war, for I can with this stick make thy weapon drop.
Yes, you, father!
Hands! Hang not on my garments.
Sir, have pity. I'll be his surety.
What? An advocate for an impostor? Hush! Thou thinkst there are no such shapes as he, having seen but him and Caliban. Foolish wench! To the most of men, this is a Caliban, and they to him are angels.
My affections are then most humble. I have no ambition to see a goodlier man.
Come on then, obey! Thy nerves are in their infancy again, and have no vigor in them.
So they are. My spirits is in a dream are all bound up. My father's loss, the weakness which I feel, the wreck of all my friends, nor this man's threats, to whom I am subdued, are but light to me. Might I, but through my prison once a day, behold this maid. Have I in such a prison?
It works. Come then. Hark what thou else shalt do.
Be of comfort, sir. My father is of a better nature than he appears by his speech. For this is unwarranted, which now comes from him.
Thou shalt be free as mountain wind. But then do exactly all points of my command.
To the syllable.
Come then. Speak not you for him.
Beseech you, sir, be merry. You have cause, so have we all of joy. For our escape is much beyond our loss.
Prithee, peace. Who seeks comfort like cold porridge?
The visitor will not give him or so.
Look, he's winding up the watcher's wit. By and by, it will strike.
Sir, our garments, being as they were drenched in the sea, hold notwithstanding their freshness and glosses, being rather new dyed than stained with salt water.
If but one of his pockets could speak, would it not say he lies?
Ah, you're very falsely pocket up his report.
Methinks our garments are as fresh as when we first put them on in Africa, at the marriage of the king's fair daughter Clarabelle to the king of Tunis.
You crammed these words into mine ears against the stomach of my sense. Would I have never married my daughter there? For coming hence, my son is lost. And in my rate, she too, who is so far from Italy removed, I ne'er again shall see her. Who doth mine heir of Naples and of Milan? What strange fish hath made his meal on thee?
Sir, he may live. I saw him beat the soldiers under him and ride upon their backs. He chopped the water. He came alive to land.
No, he is lost.
Sir, you may thank yourself for this great loss. That would not bless our Europe with your daughter, but rather lose her to Africa. We have lost your son, I fear forever. Milan and Naples have more widows in this business making, so we bring men to comfort them. The fault's your own.
So is the dearest of the lost.
My lord Sebastian, the truth you speak doth lack some gentleness and time to speak it in. You rub the sore when you should bring the plaster.
Very well. God save His Majesty.
Long live Gonzalo! And do you mark me, sir?
Prithee no more, thou talk nothing to me.
I very well believe your highness, and did it to minister occasion to these gentles, who are such sensible and nimble lungs they used to laugh at nothing.
So it was you we laughed at.
Who in this kind of merry fooling am nothing to you. So you may continue and laugh at nothing still.
What a blows they're given!
And I fall in flat long.
You two are gentles of brave metal. You would lift the moon out of her sphere if she would continue in it 5 weeks without changing.
We would sow and then go a baffling.
Nay, good, my lord. Be not angry.
No, I warned you. I would not adventure my discretion so weakly. Will you laugh me asleep, for I am very heavy.
Go sleep and hear us.
What? All so soon asleep? I wish mine eyes would, within themselves, shut up my thoughts. I feel they are inclined to do so.
Please, you sir, do admit the heavy offer of it. When seldom visits sorrow, when it doth, you'll find it is a comforter.
We too, my lord, will guard your person while you take your rest and watch your safety.
Thank you. Wondrous heavy.
What a strange drowsiness possesses them?
It's the quality or the climate.
Why doth it not in our island sink? I find not myself disposed to sleep.
Nor I. My spirits are nimble. They fell together all, as by consent. They dropped as by thunderstroke. What might, worthy Sebastian? Oh, what might? No more. And yet methinks I see in thy face what thou shouldest be. The occasion sweeps thee in. My strong imagination. This is a crown dropping upon thy head. Do you not hear me speak?
I do, and surely have no hope that he's been drowned.
Oh, oft thou no hope? What great hope have you? No hope that way is another way so high, a hope that even ambition cannot pierce a way beyond. But doubt that discovery there. Will you grant with me that Ferdinand is drowned?
He's gone.
Then tell me, who's next heir of Naples?
Clarabelle.
She that is queen of Tunis? She that dwells 10 leagues beyond man's life. She that is from Naples can have no note. Unless the sun were post. The man of the moon is too slow, till newborn chins be rough and razorable. See that? From whom? Whereof what's past is prologue. What's to come in yours? And my discharge.
What stuff is this? How say you?
For your advancement. Do you understand me?
Methinks I do.
And how's your content and your own good fortune?
I remember you did supplement your brother Prospero.
True. And look how well my garments sit upon me. Much feeder than before. My brother's servants were then my fellows. Now, they are my men.
But of your conscience?
Aye, sir. Where lies that? Here lies your brother. No better than earth he lies upon. If he were that which now he's like that's dead. Whom I, with this obedient steel, 3 inches of it, can lie to bed forever, whilst you, doing thus?
Thy case, dear friend, shall be thy precedent. Thou gost Milan, I'll come by Naples. Draw thy sword. One stroke shall free thee from the tribute from which thou payest. And I, king, shall love thee.
My master, through his art, foresees the danger that you, his friend, are in, and sends me forth, for else his project dies, to keep them living. Awake! Awake!
Oh, no! Oh, awake! Why are you drawn? Wherefore this ghastly looking? What's the matter?
Whilst we sit here securing your response, even now we heard a hollow burst of bellowing like bulls, or rather lions. Did not wake you, struck mine ear most terribly.
I heard nothing.
Oh, the roar of a horde of lions!
Heard you this, Gonzalo? Upon mine honor, sir, I heard a humming. I cried as mine eyes flew open. I saw their weapons drawn. There was a noise. 'Tis best we stand upon our guard, or that we quit this place. Let's draw our weapons. Lead off this land. Let's further our search for my poor son. Heavens keep him from these beasts, for he is sure in the island. Lead away.
My master shall know what I have done. So, king, go on safely and seek thy son.
All the infections that the sun sucks up from bogs, fens, flats, on Prosper fall and make him by inch meal a disease. His spirits hear me, and yet I needs must curse. For every trifle are they set upon me, sometime like apes that mow and chatter at me, and after bite me, sometime am I wound with adders, who with cloven tongues do hiss me into madness! Lo, now lo, here comes a spirit of his, and to torment me for bringing my wood in slowly. I'll fall flat. Perchance she will not mind me.
Here's neither bush nor shrub to bear off any weather at all, and another storm brewing. What have we here? Man or a fish? Dead or alive?
A fish! He smells like a fish. An ancient and fish-like smell. A kind of not the newest, poor John. A strange fish. Alas, the storm has come again. There is no other shelter hereabouts. Misery acquaints the man with strange bedfellows. I will shroud till the dreads of the storm be past.
I shall die to see, here shall I die short. This is a very scurvy tune to sing at a man's funeral. Well, here's my comfort.
Do not torment me!
What's the matter? Have we
Do not torment me, prithee. I'll bring my wood home faster.
He is in a spit now. He shall taste of my bottle. If he have never have one afore, we'll go near to remove his spit.
I should know that voice, but she is drowned. And these are devils. Oh, defend me!
4 legs and 2 voices, a most delicate monster. His forward voice is to speak well of his friends. His backward voice is to utter his mouthpieces and to detract. My wine will help recover him. I will help his og. Come, amen! I will pour some in thy other mouth! Thy other mouth, call me! Mercy, mercy! This is the devil and no monster. I have no lungs.
Stefano! If thou best, Stefano! Touch me. Nay, talk to me. Friend Tranquillo! Thy good friend Tranquillo!
If thou be'st Trinculo, come forth. I'll pull thee by the lesser legs. If thou be'st Trinculo's legs, these are they. Thou art very Trinculo indeed.
I took him to be killed by thunderstroke. Art thou drowned, Stefano? I hope thou art not drowned. Is the storm overblown? I hid me for fear of the storm. Art thou living, Stefano?
How dost thou escape? How escapest thou hither? Swear by how escapest hither. I escaped the butter but a sack. Priscilla seems overboard.
I swear by the brother to my true subject!
And here, swear how thou escapest.
Swam ashore, man like a duck. I can swim like a duck, I'll be sworn. Have any more of this?
The whole butt, man. My cellar is in a rock by the seaside where my wine is hid. How now, mooncalf? How does thine og?
Hast thou not dropped from heaven?
Out of the moon, I do assure thee. I was the man before the moon when time was.
I have seen thee in her, and I do adore thee. My mistress showed me thee and thy dog and thy bush.
Come on, kiss thy book. I will furnish it anon, contents swear.
By this good light, this were a very shallow monster. I have feared him, a very weak monster.
I shall lead thee to the isle, and I shall kiss thy foot. I prithee, be my God. I'll kiss thy foot. I'll swear myself thy subject.
Come on, then. Kiss it.
I'll show thee the breath springs, and pluck thee berries. I'll fish for thee and bring thee one enough. Plague upon the tyrants that I serve. I'll bear him no more sticks, but follow thee, thou wondrous women.
The most ridiculous monster to make a wonder of a poor drunkard.
Prithee, let me bring thee where crabs grow, and I with my long nails shall dig deep in down the endaveness, and instruct thee how to snare the nimble marmoset. Wilt thou go with me?
Really now, lead the way without any more talking. The king and our company Elspin drown will inherit here. Here, bear my bottle, fellow Trinculo. We'll put him by and by again.
Farewell, master, farewell, farewell.
Oh, brave monster, lead the way.
This my mean task would be as heavy to me as odious. But the mistress which I serve quickens what's dead and makes my labors pleasant. She is 10 times more gentle than her father craft, and he is composed of harshness. I must remove some 1,000 of these logs and pile them up. But these sweet thoughts do even refresh my labors. Most busy less when I do it.
Alas now, pray you, rest. My father's in the study. He's safe for these 3 hours.
No, dear mistress. I will not the sun will set before I discharge what I strive to do.
If you'll sit down, I'll bear your logs the while. Pray, give me that.
No, precious creature. I'd rather crack my sinews, break my back, than you should dishonor undergo while I sit lazy by.
You look wearily.
No, noble mistress. 'Tis fresh morning when you are by at night. I beseech you, chiefly that I might set in my prayers. What is your name?
Miranda.
Admired Miranda. Indeed, the top of admiration. Worth what's dearest to the world. Full many a lady I've eyed with best regard, but you, oh you, so perfect, so peerless, with every creature's best.
I do not know one of mine sex, no woman's face remember, but by my modesty, I would not wish any companion in the world but you, nor can imagination form a shape beside yourself.
I am, in my condition, a prince, Miranda. I think myself a king, I would not so. I would no more endure this wooden slavery than suffer the flesh fly blow my mouth. Hear my soul speak. The very instant that I saw you did my heart fly to your service. There it resides to make me slave to it. And for your sake, I am this patient logman.
Do you love me?
O heaven, O earth, bear witness to this sound and crown what I profess with kind event if I speak true. Beyond all limit of whatever the world, do love, prize, honor you.
Well, I am a fool to weep at what I am glad of.
Fair encounter of 2 most rare affections.
Wherefore weep?
At mine unworthiness. I am your wife if you will marry me. If not, I will be your servant, whether you will or no.
My mistress dearest, thus I humble ever.
My husband, then?
I, with the heart as willing as bondage or freedom. Here is my hand.
And mine, with my heart in it. And now farewell till half an hour hence.
1,000, 1,000.
So glad of this as they, I cannot be, who are surprised withal. But my rejoicing at nothing can be more. I'll to my book, for yet ere supper time must I perform much business appertaining.
Tell not me when the bud is out, servant monster, drink to me!
Servant monster, the folly of this island. They say there are 5 upon this isle, and we are 3 of them. If thy other 2 be brain like us, the state totters.
Drink, servant monster, when I beseech! Thy eyes are almost set in my head!
Where would they be set else? He were a brave monster indeed for them to be set in his tail.
My bad master hath brought his tug and sack for my part, The sea cannot drown me. I swam, ere I could recover the shore 35 leagues off and on. By this light, be my lieutenant, master, or my standard.
Your lieutenant! If you list, he's my standard!
Will not ruin, monsieur, master!
Nor go neither. But you'll lie like dogs and yet say nothing neither.
Mooncalf, speak once in thy life if thou beest a good mooncalf.
How does thy honor? Let me lick thy shoe. I'll not serve her. She's not valiant. As I told thee before, I am subject to a tyrant, a sorcerer that by his cunning hath cheated me of the isle.
Thou liest.
Thou liest, thou jesting monkey, thou! I would my valiant master would destroy thee. I do not lie.
Trinculo, interrupt this man one word further and I'll suppress some of your teeth!
Why? I said nothing.
More than no more. Proceed.
I say! By sorcery he got this isle, and from me he got it. If thy greatness will, revenge it on him, for I know thou darest, but this thing dare not.
That's most certain.
Thou shalt be lord of it, and I'll serve thee.
How now shall this be compassed? Canst thou bring me to the party?
Yea, yea, my lord! I'll yield thee him asleep, where thou mayst knock a nail into his bead.
Thou liest, thou canst not.
Ah! I do beseech thy greatness, give him blows and take his bottle from him. And when that's gone, he'll drink naught but brine, for I'll not show him where the quick freshes are.
Thou liest.
Ah!
Trinculo, interrupt him one word further and I'll make a mercy on the dog and just stop listening!
Why? I said nothing. I will go further off.
Dost thou not say he lied? Do I so? Take thou that!
I got the lion who was a bearings too.
Now, forward with your tail. Prithee, stand further off.
Beats her enough. And after a little while, I'll beat her too!
Come, proceed.
Why, as I told thee, 'tis a custom with him in the afternoon to sleep. There thou mayst sprain him, having first seized his books, or with a log batter his skull, punch him with a stake, or cut his weapons with thy knife. Remember to first possess his books, for without them he's but a sot, as I am, nor hath not one spirit to command. They all do hate him as rootedly as I. Burn but his books, his brave utensils, for so he calls them, which when he has a house, he'll deck withal. But most deeply to consider is the beauty of his daughter. He himself calls her a non-burial.
Did Saul pray the last?
Aye, Lord! She'll become thy bed, I warrant, and bring thee forth brave brood.
Monster, I will kill this man. His daughter and I will be king and queen. Save our places! Trinculo and I shall be viceroys. Dost thou like the plot, Trinculo? Give me thy hand. I am sorry I bit thee. But while thou livest, keep a good tongue in thy head.
Within this half hour he shall be asleep. Wilt thou destroy him then?
I on mine honor.
This I will tell my master.
Thou makest me merry. I am full of pleasure.
Come on, Trinculo, let us sing! Flautum and scatum and scatum and flautum! Thought it free!
That's not the tune!
What is the same?
This is the tune of our catch. Played by the picture of nobody.
If thou beest the devil, take no list!
Forgive me of my sin.
He that dies pays all debts. I defy thee. Mercy upon us.
Art thou afeard?
No, monster, not I.
Be not afeard. This isle is full of noises, sounds, and sweet airs that give delight and hurt not.
This will prove a brave kingdom to me, where I shall have my music for nothing.
When Prospero is destroyed.
That shall be by and by, and do remember the story.
The sound is going away. Let's follow it, and after do our work.
Lead, monster, we'll follow!
By luck, good sir, I can go no further. My old bones ache. By your patience, I needs must rest me. O Lord, I cannot blame thee, who am myself attacked with weariness. It's the dulling of my spirits. Sit down and rest. Even here, I will put off my hope and keep it no longer. For my flatterer, he is drowned, and thus we stray to find. And the sea mocks our frustrate search on land. We'll let him go.
I am right glad he sought of hope.
The next advantage we'll take thoroughly.
Let it be tonight. For now, they are pressed to travel. They will not nor cannot use such vigilance as when they are fresh.
I say tonight, no more.
What harmony is this? My good friend's heart! Marvelous, sweet music.
A living drollery. Now I'll believe that there are unicorns. That in Arabia there's one phoenix reigning at this hour.
I'll believe both. And what does thou want credit? Come to me, and I'll be sworn.
If in Naples I should report this now, would they believe me?
Such shape, such gesture, and sound expressing.
Praise in departing.
They vanished strangely. No matter.
Faith, sir, you need not fear.
You are three men of sin, whom destiny that hath instrument this lower world and what is in it, the never surfeited sea hath caused to belch up you, and on this island where man doth not inhabit. You fools! I and my fellows are ministers of fate, the elements of which your swords are tempered may as well wound the loud winds or with Beckham-dat stabs kill the still closing waters as diminish one dowl that is in my bloom. My fellow ministers are like invulnerable. If you could hurt, your swords are now too massive for your strength and will not be uplifted. But remember, for it is my business to you that you three from Milan did supplant good Prospero, exposed unto the sea which hath requited him and his innocent child, for which foul deed the powers delaying, not forgetting, have since incensed the seas and shores, yea, all the creatures against your peace. Thee of thy son, Alonso, they have bereft, and do pronounce by me lingering perdition, worse than any death can be at once, shall step by step attend you in your ways, else falls upon your heads is nothing but heart sorrow and clear life ensuing.
Bravely, the figure of this heartbeat hast thou confined my Ariel. A grace it had, devouring. My instruction, hast thou nothing bated in which thou hadst to say? So with observation strange, and good life, my meaner ministers their several kinds have done. My high charms work, and these mine enemies are all knit up in their distractions. They now are in my power, and in these fits I leave them, while I visit young Ferdinand, whom they suppose is drowned, and his and mine loved darling.
In the name of something holy, sir, why stand we in this strange stare?
Oh, it is monstrous, monstrous. Methought the billow spoke and told me of it. The wind did sing it to me, and thunder, that deep, dreadful organ pipe, pronounced the name of Prospero.
But one fiend at a time. I'll fight their legions over.
I'll be thy second.
All three of them are desperate. Their great guilt, like poison given to work a great time after, now begins to bite the spirit.
Follow, I pray you.
If I have too austerely punished you, your compensation makes amends. All thy vexations were but my trials of thy love, and thou hast strangely stood the test here. Do not smile at me that I boast her off, for thou shalt find she will outstrip all praise, and make it halt behind her.
I do believe it.
Then as my gift, and thine own acquisition, take my daughter.
As I hope for quiet days, fair issues, and long life, and love as 'tis now.
Fairly spoke. Sit then, and talk with her. She is thine own. What, Ariel? My industrious servant, Ariel!
What would my potent master? Here I am.
Thou and thy meaner fellows, your last service did worthily perform. Then I misuse you in such another trick. Go, and bring the rabble, o'er whom I give thee power, here to this place. Incite them to quick motion, for I must bestow upon the eyes of this young couple some vanity of mine art. It is my promise, and they expect it from me.
Presently,
I, with a twink.
for thou canst say come and go, and breathe twice and say thee so. Dost thou love me? No.
Dearly, my delicate Ariel, do not approach till thou dost hear me call. Look thou be true. Do not give dalliance too much the rein. The strongest oaths are straw to the fire of the blood. Be more abstemious, or else good night your vow.
I warrant you, sir, the white cold virgin snow upon my heart abates the ardor of my liver.
Well, now come, my Ariel. Bring a corollary, rather than want a spirit. Appear, and pertly. No tongue, all eyes. Be silent!
This is a most majestic vision, and harmoniously charming. Might I be bold to think these spirits?
Spirits, which by mine art I have from their confines called, to enact my present fancies.
Might I live here ever? So rare a wandered father and a wife makes this place paradise.
I had forgot that foul plot of the beast Caliban and his confederates against my life. The minute of their plot is almost come. Well done. Avoid no more.
This is strange.
Your father's in a passion that works him strongly.
Never to this day I saw him so touched with anger, so distempered.
You do look, my son, in a moved sort, as if you were dismayed. Be cheerful, sir. Our revels now are ended. These are actors, as I foretold you, were all spirits, and they have melted into air, into thin air. We are such stuff as dreams are made of, and our little lives are rounded with the sleep. Sir, I am vexed. Bear not with my weakness. My brain is troubled. Be not disturbed with my infirmity. If you be pleased, retire into my cell, and thence repose. A turn or two or walk, to still my beating mind.
We wish your peace.
Come, with a thought I thank thee, Ariel. Come!
Thy thoughts I cleave to? What is thy pleasure?
Spirit, we must prepare to meet with Caliban. Where didst thou leave these varlets?
I told you, they were red hot with drinking and so full of valor they smote the air for breathing in their faces, beat the ground for kissing at their feet, and yet always bending towards their project. Alas, I have left them in the filthy mantled pool beyond your cell.
This was well done, my bird. Thy shape invisible, retain thou still. The trumpery in my house, bring it hither, for stale to catch these thieves.
I go.
A devil, a born devil, on whose nature nurture could never stick. I'll plague them all, even to roaring. Come, hang them on this line.
Pray you tread softly, that the blind mole may not hear a footfall. We now are near his cell.
Monster, your fairy wish you say is a harmless fairy. Has that no good that you played Jack with us?
Monster, I do smell all horse piss, which my nose is in great indignation.
So is mine. Do you hear, monster? If I should take great displeasure against you.
What? Thou weren't but a lost monster.
Good, my lord. Grant me thy favor still. Be patient, for the prize I'll bring thee to shall hoodwink this mischance. Therefore, speak softly.
Aye, but to lose our bottles in the pool.
There is not only disgrace to the father and that monster, but an infinite loss.
This is more than my wedding. This is your armless fairy, monster.
Prithee, my king, be quiet! Seest thou here? This is the mouth of the cell. No noise and enter. Do that good mischief which may make this island thine own forever, and I, thy Caliban.
Give me thy hand. I do begin to have bloody thighs.
Oh, worthy. Oh, Pierre Stefano, look what wardrobe is for thee.
Let it alone, thou fool, it is but trash.
Oh, ho, monster, I know what belongs to your frippery.
Your memory.
Shh. Oh, King Stefano.
Put up that gown, Trinculo, and by this hand I shall have that gown.
Thy grace shall have it.
The dropsy drown this fool. What do you mean to dump us on such luggage? Let's alone and do the murder first. If he awake, from toe to crown, he'll fill our skins with pain. Make a strange stop!
Be quiet,
So, do we steal?
Here's the garment for it. We shall not go unrewarded, for I am king of this country. There's another garment.
Monster, come put lime upon your fingers and away with the rest.
I shall have none of it. We shall be turned to barnacles for apes.
Monster, lay to your fingers. Help to bear this. Where my hogshead of wine is, or I'll throw you out of my kingdom. Go to. Carry this.
And this.
And this.
boils with dry convulsions. Shorten up their teeth and more pink-spotted make them than Potter cut a mountain.
Hark! They roar!
Let them be hunted soundly. At this hour, lie at my mercy all mine enemies. Shortly shall all my labors end, and thou shalt have the air of freedom. For a little follow and do me service. Now, my project gathers to a head. My charms crack not. My spirits obey. And time goes upright with his carriage. How's the day?
On the 6th hour, at which you said our work should cease.
I did say so, when first I raised the Tempest. How fares the king and his followers?
Confined together, as you left them all prisoners, sir. They cannot budge till your release. The king, brimful of sorrow and dismay, with him who you term chiefly, sir, the good old Lord Gonzalo. Tears run down his beard. Your charm so strongly works them that if you now beheld them, your affections would become tender.
Dost thou think so, spirit?
Mine would, were I human.
And mine shall. Hast thou which aught but air, a touch, a feeling of their affliction, that shall not myself, one of their kind, that relish all as sharply passion as they, be kindlier moved than thou art? Though, with their high wrongs, I am struck to the quick. But with my nobler reason, gatest my fury. Go release them, Ariel. My charms I'll break, their senses I'll restore, and they shall be themselves.
I'll fetch them, sir.
Ye elves of hills, brooks, standing lakes, and groves, and ye that on the sands with printless foot do chase the ebbing Neptune and do fly him, and twixt the green sea and the azured vault set roaring war. Graves, at my command, have awaked their sleepers, oped, and led them forth by my so potent art. But this rough magic I hear of joy, for when I have needed some heavenly music, as even I do now, to work mine end upon their senses that this airy charm is for, I'll break my staff, buried certain fathoms within the earth, and deeper than sounded of a plummet, I'll drown my book. The charm dissolves apace, and as the morning steals upon the night, melting the darkness, so their senses begin to chase the ignorant fumes that mantle their clearer reason. I do forgive thee, unnatural though thou art. Not one of them that yet knows me, Ariel. Fetch me the hat in my cell, for thou shalt ere long be free! I shall miss thee, but yet thou shalt be free. So. To the kingship, there shalt thou find the mariners asleep under the hatches, the master and the boatswain being awake. Enforce them to this place, and presently I prithee.
I drink the air before thee in return, or ere my pulse twice beat.
All torment, trouble, wonder, and amazement inhabits here. Some heavenly power guide us out of this fearful country.
Behold! The wronged Duke of Milan, Prospero, and to thee and thy company, I bid a hearty welcome.
If thou best here know, thy pulse beat as of flesh and blood. Since I saw thee, the affliction of my mind demands, with which I fear of madness held me. Thy dukedom I resign, and do entreat thou, pardon me my wrongs. But how should Prospero be living and be here?
First, my noble friend, let me embrace thine age, whose honor cannot be measured or confined.
Whether this be or be not, I'll not swear.
Welcome, my friends all, but you, my brace of lords, were I so minded, I could pluck his highness' frown upon you and justify you traitors. At this time I shall tell no tales.
The devil speaks in him.
No, for you, most wicked sir, whom to call brother would even infect my mouth, I do forgive.
If thou beest Prospero, give us particulars of thy preservation, how thou hast met us here, how sharp the point of remembrance is, my dear son Ferdinand.
As great to me as late, and supportable to make the dear cause, have I means much weaker than you may call to comfort you, for I have lost my daughter.
A daughter? Oh heaven, that they were both living in Naples. The king and queen there. When did you lose your daughter?
In this last tempest, I perceive these lords have been jostled from your senses. Welcome, sir. This sells my court. Here have I few subjects, and servants none attend. Pray, look in.
Sweet Lord, you blame me false.
No, my dearest love, I would not for the world.
Yes, for a score of kingdoms you should wrangle, and I would call it fair play.
If this prove a vision of the island, one dear son shall I twice lose.
A most high miracle.
Though the seas threaten, they are merciful. I have cursed them without cause.
Now, all the blessings of a glad father compass thee about. Arise, and say how thou camest here.
Oh, wonder. How many goodlier creatures are there? Oh, how beauteous mankind is. Oh, brave new world with all the people in it.
'Tis new to thee.
What is this maid with whom thou wants at play? Your eldest acquaintance cannot be 3 hours. Is she the goddess that has severed us and brought us thus together?
Sir, she is mortal, but by a mortal providence she is mine. I chose her when I did not have a father to ask for his advice, nor did I think I had one.
Give me your hands. Let grief and sorrow still embrace his heart that doth not wish you joy. Be it so. Amen.
Master, all this service have I done since I left.
My tricksy spirit,
Was it well done?
bravely my diligence, thou shalt be free.
This is as strange a maze as e'er men trod. But there is, in this business, more than nature was ever conduct of. Some oracle must rectify her knowledge.
Sir, my liege, do not infect your mind on the strangeness of this business. Be cheerful, and think of each thing well. Come hither, spirits. Free Caliban and his companions. Untie the spell. My liege, it seems there are from your company some few odd lads that you remember not. Mark but the badges of these men, my lord, and say if they be true. This misshapen thing, his mother was a witch, and one so powerful she could control the moon without her strength. This demi-devil, for he's a bastard one, plotted with these two to take my life. 2 of these you must know and own. This thing of darkness, acknowledge
I shall be pinched to death!
Is this Stefano, my drunken butler?
He is drunk now. Where had he wine?
And Trinculo is reeling right. Where'd they find this grand liquor that hath gilded them? How thou camest in this pickle?
I have been in such a pickle since I saw you last. I fear me, never out of my bones. I shall not fear fly blowing.
How now, Stefano?
Oh, I am not Stefano, but a cramp.
You'll be cow the Isle, Sirrah.
Could have been a sore one then.
Now this is a strange thing I ever looked on.
He is as misshapen in his manners as in his shape. Go to, Sirrah, to my cell, for you look to have my pardon.
That I will. And I'll be wise hereafter and seek for grace. Oh, what a thrice double ass was I to take this drunkard for a god and worship this dull fool.
Go to. Away!
Go and bestow your luggage where you found it.
Or stone, rather.
Sir, I invite you and your train to my poor cell, where you shall take your rest this one night. And in the morn, I'll take you to your ship, and so to Naples, where I have hope to see the nuptial of these our dearly beloved solemnized, and thence retire me to my Milan, where every third thought shall be my grave.
I long to hear your life story, which must take the ear strangely.
I'll deliver all, and promise you calm seas, auspicious gales, and sails so expeditiously that shall catch your royal fleet far off.
Finally.
Now, my charms are all o'erthrown, and what strength I have's mine own, which is most faint. Now 'tis true, I must be here confined by you, or sent to Naples. Let me not dwell on this fair island by your spell, but release me from my band, with the help of your good hand. Gentle breath of yours must fill my sails, or else my project fails, which was to please. Now, I want spirits to enforce, art to enchant. As you from crimes would pardoned be, let your indulgence set me free.